This week in WoW, not a lot going on, but still things going on. Let's talk a little bit about it. Plunderstorm, Creator Royale is kicking off a few other things, and player housing entering the game at 11.1? Oh, I don't know, at least a preview of it. We'll talk a little bit about that, but here we go. January 25th, the Plunderstorm Creator Royale kicks off. If you haven't heard of this before, it's basically 2v2 tournament. Bunch of creators will be called in. I was one of them, but I declined the invite. I didn't want to show off and just eliminate all these other creators. So I'm staying out this time around, maybe next year. This thing will kick off. Bunch of people that you know. S-Fan will be one of the announcers. Should be fun. You can watch it on YouTube and Twitch on January 25th. I believe the grand prize is like $50,000. Oh, what's up? You watching some WoW news? You watching some Samiccus? No. You're going to enter yourself into the double mount giveaway. That's right. How do you do it? You got to watch 1 hour of this shitty stream. Get in here 5 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Every hour of this stream that you watch, you can get yourself another point to enter into the double mount giveaway. Pick your 2 favorite mounts off the BNet store, and they will be yours. Winner will be announced on January 31st. Get in here and start building up those points, boys. Have a good one. Season of Discovery Phase 7 goes live on January 28th. If you're a Season of Discovery Andy, or enjoy just classic WoW in general, that'll kick off for you. I believe that kicks off, the Karazhan Crypts, Life's Hope Chapel in the Eastern Plague Lands, to pick up starting quests, stuff like that. So yeah, it should be exciting for anyone who enjoys those things. The Curio vendors are returning 11.1. So let's talk a little bit about 11.1. Yes, Curio vendors are returning in Liberation of Undermine. You can get yourself these curios from killing, what is it? There are 4 versions of the curios. You can get tier pieces with them by defeating Chrome King Gallywix at any difficulty. In exchange for that, you can get any of your 5 main tier piece items. And there are different levels to this, so obviously if you do it on Mythic, you're going to get Mythic tier level, Heroic, same, normal. You get how it goes. The thing that's changing is the Spelunker's achievement. That's right. So typically this achievement, which was the achievement that you got for either doing a 1600 PvP rating, 2000 plus Mythic plus rating, or defeating Gallywix on Heroic or Mythic difficulty, you would get yourself another tier piece item. Just remember, this is changing 11.1. That will no longer be the case. Instead, you will get a charge for your conversion catalyst, right? So you'll be able to convert another one of your pieces of gear into tier gear. Blizzard thinks this better suits the community and where it stands currently. Getting tier pieces from these items no longer matters for a lot of people. They'd rather convert their current gear. I will say, for later in the in the raid opening and all that shit, this is better because typically you have higher item levels in every slot. But earlier on, typically this was an upgrade for you to get a piece of tier gear in terms of item level. So this hurts a little bit early, but is better for you later on in terms of how you're going to level up your gear and everything throughout the raid. Here it is. Player renting, Undermine side quest Spotlight. That's right, there is a quest that will open up the beginning of player housing, at least in Undermine. It's a little preview of it. So this quest is a little bit long. It kicks off with this whole, you're in the hotel and there's some biker gang causing problems, and you'll go around, you'll defeat the biker gang, kill their boss, who is this guy right here, Smashing, he says. So you'll defeat the boss, and when you go back, you'll actually unlock what is a sharded or phased version of this room. And this room actually is like a penthouse apartment free of charge. You'll be able to go in here with its own innkeeper. Players get their first taste of personal space living, so you'll be able to hurt to this and everything if you complete this little side quest. Here it is. So there's actually a loot box here. Not sure that it's actually going to give you any loot like your maybe your player housing will in terms of opening vault and stuff like that. But yeah, this is what it looks like. A nice little apartment at the top here that's just for you. Again, it's an instance. It's not really instance, but it's a sharded. The only people who've completed this will be able to get access to it, and you will have your very own. Again, you'll have your own innkeeper here, so you can hurt to it and everything else. So maybe Blizzard testing out some of the first iterations of player housing here in 11.1, because that's basically what this is. The 1% Elite were really mad about the recent Hunter change. We're going to talk a little bit about that. That's right. So anyways, these things changing, player housing coming. When it's going to happen, I believe pre-patch of the next expansion on midnight. We'll have to wait and see if that's actually when we get the full version of player housing, but a little bit of something for you to play with here. And then Marksmanship Hunter changes. Yes, there's been some, ups and downs, people complaining about certain things. One thing people complained about was they couldn't use pets anymore. Well, Marksmanship Hunters, you furry lovers out there, you will once again be able to have a pet. That's right. In the PTR build, there will be a choice node on Improved Spotter's Mark called Unbreakable Bond. that restores the call pet and associated pet functions such as mend pet, dismiss pet, and other additional stuff. This talent will improve durability and damage output for your pet to better compensate for the potential throughput loss. For me personally, I played Hunter a long time ago, back when Marksmanship first got changed to a no pet class, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. It was more of the fantasy of Legolas and stuff like that. The reason why I made a Hunter to begin with when I first started playing WoW was to be like Legolas. And to me, that fulfilled that fantasy. No pet, just shooting shit. Well, I guess these guys still want pets, and you'll be able to get it if you want it. You just got to pick the right talents. Is there any version of SOD worth playing? I don't know, man. I just put get my game time into the retail game. SOD's got some fun stuff in it if you're interested and if you got the time for it. Finally, raid testing has begun, and evidently you don't want to stand too close to the big tank boss when it first goes live, because this is what happens. So check this out.
Anybody that has if you have PTR or you want to get PTR set up,
oh yeah, there goes the raid. So this tank comes out and does a little spinning animation, and if you're too close to it, you're going to get turned into chunks of meat. That's right. The entire raid just swiped here. What you will notice, though, is that they all come back, interestingly, right at the raid boss. So hopefully that's an indication of not having to run back too far. Either that means that this boss is early in the raid and he's super towards the front, or, you know, you'll be able to run back pretty quickly. I hope that Blizzard changes the whole run back thing and allows you to just kind of res right at the boss, kind of like they did with the, Molten Core remake. Yeah, where you got to kind of res up right by the boss. But anyways, fun little animation, fun little thing there. That's pretty cool. Get shredded into meat. Be careful how close you stand to the new boss. And that is all in terms of news.